This is gonna look and sound incredibly bad compared to the rest of the stuff I do, but it's something I want to do. I want to try it out, and I want to just show off. I bought a Vita on the day of release, so I've been playing around with it for what day is today? Tuesday? I guess about a week or 2 weeks. I don't even know. It came out on the 20 something. But I've been playing around with it, and I really actually quite enjoy it. So I thought I would just go back to what YouTube used to be about. Before it was about corporations and money and all these other horrible demons. And let's see what we got here. So as you can tell, I'm kind of just playing around. It's got a very Apple-esque OS. You can customize the backgrounds a little bit. I think you can use your own pictures, but I haven't done that yet. You move everything around, and it's very responsive, very good, very slick. I just wish it didn't look so kiddish because it's I don't know how to describe it. It just doesn't feel as grown up, I guess. But minor details. The buttons feel better than the PSP. I had a PSP 2000 and a 1000, and I know what bad buttons feel like because that had them. It made playing emulators very difficult, but it was still pretty good. But yeah, I like how they click. They're a bit smaller, and I have a problem when I play Wipeout, where if I'm accelerating, I find myself hitting the right stick a little bit. And it sucks because if you press up on the right stick, it makes you turn around. So that's unfortunate, but it's something that everybody has to deal with. So I don't really think it's an unfair advantage, like if you're playing online. And wow, that's the first thing I jumped to. But I don't think it's too big of a deal. Like, you can avoid it, and plus there's like alternate control schemes. I just like using X as accelerate because of all the Mario Kart years that I spent, like Tony Hawk and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just used to X as accelerate. But the main thing I wanted to talk about was what this thing is about. It's about games. I've bought Wipeout 2048 and Mutant Blobs Attack from the PlayStation Store, and I also bought Uncharted on the cartridge. I'm going to load up Uncharted first. I just want to showcase these three games, or two. I want to showcase Uncharted and then the Monster Blob game. This game is pretty. It's essentially a PS3 game, and I think Wipeout 2048 is very pretty as well. But I just love the art style of Uncharted. I wish Naughty Dog would keep making them, but I guess these guys did okay. Or they did good. Okay. But yeah, it's a really pretty game. I've already beat it twice, and it's just that good. It has some annoying parts, like where you have to do charcoal rubbings for 10 minutes at a time, and it's just obnoxious. But it also has a lot of fun things, like charcoal rubbings where you have to rub the whole screen. It really makes you wish that you invested in the screen protectors, which I fortunately did. So I guess that's how they get you. I love the music, and I love the setting. I love the environment. It's Central American, ruin, like ancient Mayan ruins or something. They weren't Mayans. It was like Spanish ruins. When the Spanish came in and fucked everything up. So yeah, but look at that. That's like, I'm not sure, you probably can't tell because the camera quality sucks, but look at that. That's just pretty. So you can do the whole Nathan Drake thing. You can run and jump and dive and climb stuff, which is what you're supposed to do. So you can climb the traditional way using like the buttons and stuff, and you can also climb your way by painting the path with your finger on the touchscreen. If you just do that, you can see the places glow a little bit, and then he just goes. A few other things you can do, you jump and like leap down places, which like this is a fun part to do it. And then one other thing I want to point out, you can use the the back touchpad to zoom in and out on the camera, or with a sniper rifle. So it's pretty much like a tech demo for the thing. Like, it uses every feature. Like, you can use the gyroscopes to aim, but I turned that off because it was annoying. So yeah, it was a very fun game. I definitely recommend anybody, like, if you buy a Vita, buy this game. Wipeout 2048 was cool. I'm not going to show it because it's Wipeout. Everybody's played Wipeout if you own a Sony console. But I want to talk about this game. This game was $8 or something on the PlayStation Store, and it is freaking amazing. It is, I forgot the full title, but Mutant Blobs Attack. And you take the form of, you guessed it, a mutant blob. And your objective, like, it's a very unorthodox game in the sense that you don't do typical things. We're just going to start at the beginning right now. It's not a shooter. It's not, an adventure game where you run around and, you fight terrorists against. Yeah. It is a game where you're an alien blob. You can see the green blob. You run around and you eat things. So as you can see, I'm running around eating screws, and I can't eat this cork. So I can't go through it at all. So you're just going to run around and keep collecting things. There's a bunch of teeth there you can eat, a bunch of screws, a bunch of coins, and then, like Super Mario Brothers style, you can just, the weight distribution, I don't know what you want to call it, but that happens. And I want to get into these screws, so you just knock them over, eat all these peanuts and screws, and then eat all these screws. And I've hit my target size, so when I hit X again, what's going to happen is the screen is going to come out. So yeah, like that. Like, I'm not sure if you noticed, but it makes it so that your creature is the same size with respect to your screen, but not with respect to the background. So the background got a bit smaller, but your creature stays the same size. I'm not sure if that makes any sense, but the perspective shifts so that you stay the same size compared to the screen, but the background zooms out. So now I am big enough, and I can eat this cork now, which I'm going to do. Now I can go through to the next part of the game. I use a zoom through the pipe, and pop up. So there's lots of collectibles and hidden things. So you pick up this thing. I already picked it up, but there was an alien there, and you pick up your alien friends. And now here's the next part of the game. The next mechanic they introduce to you is the downward pound. You pound down, and there's another place there, but I missed it. And you can just pound the ground. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just press circle and you pound the ground. So it opens up a lot of puzzle possibilities, and I just hit my next target size. So I really like this. I really like the art style of this game. It's really interesting and fun and different. And I love the backgrounds. There's always something interesting going on back there. Like, there's a drunk college kid passed out. Nice kicks, shoes. I think in the first room it had all your beer are belong to us, which is, the zeroing reference. You also got a Mega Man X style wall jump, so you can just wall jump off stuff, which is another mechanic that you can use. And then here it looks like a dead end, but you can actually fit through this little thingamadude, pipe, I guess. You just crush yourself right through there. And yeah, I just really like the puzzles. I haven't gotten very far, but I definitely love this game already. So here's another one of those weight distribution things. You just gotta knock this one up, eat all these things, and then knock this one back down. And you can hear my computer rumbling in the background. And here, like hipster juice, like it's just got a lot of funny things going on all over the place. So I want to try and reach my next target size, so I can get to the next part of the game. I just ate a mug, and I'm going to eat some paint and some soup, and I'm at the next size. You saw the screen zoom out again. And there's, it's just always got funny pictures. Like, there's a picture of, I'm not sure if you're going to read that, but it says Dr. B. Kerr, like Beaker, get it? I thought it was funny. Yeah, the college is named FU. Oh, I missed that thing. Yeah, I can't get through there. Unless No, well, there's the second alien. Now I can eat these cups, which is something fun to do. Now I can eat this cork, and I think that's the end of this level. So, yep. So it's just really interesting, and then later on in the game, it introduces new mechanics, like there's the jetpack power-up, where you pretty much just you can fly, you start flying and you just jet around. There's also the magnetic power, where you can attract yourself to metal surfaces, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not too far, but like I'm only on the second set of levels, but so far it's really been great, and I've really enjoyed it. So, well, I do have, I guess I'll sum things up. I do have a few beefs with it. Like, you can't, like, the UI is set up in such a way you can't take a memory stick without messing everything up. So that's really kind of a pain in the ass. Like, they could have just, it's difficult to explain, but if you take the memory card, like, your bubbles disappear because, like, the data doesn't exist for them anymore. Like, it's not immediately available to the system, so it deletes the icons. Then you have to reinstall them next time you plug in your memory card. So it's just a huge pain in the ass, and they could have just redesigned their system so that, like, the icon, I don't know how they could have done it, but they could have done it like the PSP, like just the XMB, because you could take out the memory stick on that one, and you're good to go. But they didn't do that. They went with this, which I'll give them one thing: it is very, very responsive. No matter what you're doing, it'll always respond and be 100%. One thing I wish you could do is browse the web while you're playing a game, but if you start up the web browser, it tells you have to close your game, so that sucks. Hopefully they can fix that in the firmware update, but that should have been a launch feature, folks. But this is pretty much just for Kowalski because he wanted me to talk about the Vita. I really like it, and that's really all I have to say. So I do have I'm planning a series where a game series where I just do all my battles that I had using my team from the Xerxes tournament. A lot of people dropped because they suck, but well, not because they suck, but like not all of them, but a lot of people dropped out of the tournament. I don't know why, like from being inactive or something. But yeah, I'll explain that later. I'll explain my thoughts on the people that dropped later. Yeah, I really like the Vita. I like how you can play music while you're playing games, which is always awesome. I hate the content manager thing. It's clunky, and they should just use a regular file managing system. But no, they had to be Sony and do their own thing. But yeah, there you go, Kowalski. I enjoy the Vita. I'd recommend it. Just wait for the price to drop because, like, right now it's pretty expensive. But I bought it because I could afford it, and I wanted it, and that's why you buy things.